they opened up a little shop that's kind of a self-serve. You get eggs and meat there and all the kinds of things. Then farmers, and it would be a scene crop. If you ever want this one to explore the north end of it's out of district. Would be friendly combination. I've not been there yet, so
I don't know if it's Franklin County or if it's East Central, because it's kind of on that
is it on the border?
that
That
line.
line.
on one
I
side
know
of the
that
road.
Alan went to
Franklin County, yeah.
So I'm guessing that's probably where he grew up also.
Yeah, it's close to his parents' place. So, but I think that St. Peter's is the line where it splits,
Oh, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. I guess Sutton and Dearborn.
We're all ready. We'll call the meeting to order. We'll take a moment and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dr. Isis, I'll turn it over to you to go through our BCSC vision.
Thank you very much. We'll start our meeting as we always do with our vision, our portrait of a graduate. Together with our community, BCSC is committed to providing an engaging and relevant learning environment based on a strong foundation of academic knowledge, transferable skills, and real-world experiences. Batesville Bulldogs embody confidence, empathy, and resiliency to ensure 21st century success. So we'll start with our consent agenda. At first, we have minutes from both a regular meeting held on March 18th and our executive session on April 7th. So we're looking for a motion to approve the minutes.
Does anyone have any questions on the minutes?
Everything looked right to me. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from both sessions.
Thank you, Jeremy. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Sean. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you. Next on the agenda are payroll journals and register of claims, most of which came to you with the original packet. But Mr. Nabi's been very busy writing out bills for us today, and so there are some additions there for you. Of note, we have quite a large payment to Sabat, which is one of our curriculums. We replaced some concrete at BIS, and so you'll see that $29,000 to a concrete company. And then we do have a student placement that we paid a payment on this month, and so you'll see all of those listed there. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
That student payment, that's a reimbursable expense.
That's right. Yep. We'll do a excess cost application to get most of that back.
Does anyone else have any questions? Can I seek a motion to get an approval on the payroll journals and claims?
I'll make that motion to approve the payroll journal of bills.
Thank you, Larry. Do I have a second?
I have a second.
Thank you, Blaine. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Great, thank you. Next, we have our personnel report. Very usual that we approve the personnel report, but today we do have some special guests here because we're going to celebrate one of the items listed, and that's the hire of our new high school principal, Mr. Brad Stoneking. So after a very extensive process of surveying the community, doing some focus groups, and then a couple rounds of interviews, Mr. Stoneking has accepted our BHS principal position, and so I think he might have a few words to say, but should we approve it first?
Yes. Does anyone have any questions? Can I seek a motion to approve the personnel?
I'll make a motion to approve the personnel report as published.
Thank
I'll
you, Jerry.
second it.
Thank you, Larry. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
So we as a district are very excited about this hire, and now it's official. And so I think you had a few things you wanted to say, is that right?
Yeah, I'll be brief. But first, before anything, I just want to thank Batesville Primary School, the staff, the students, and the families for an amazing 9 years. It's amazing how quick a decade goes by. I just owe the people over there, the kids, the families, everybody that's invested in that school so much. They poured into me and they made me a better leader, husband, and father. I can't thank them enough. Definitely want to thank Dr. Eastis and our interview teams. The process was very fair, thoughtful, and thorough. It was rigorous, right? And grooming as a professional. So definitely thank you for that. Very excited to work with and create relationships with Batesville High School staff, students, and families. It's an amazing place. It has a rich history of innovation and excellence. And I just want to continue to build on that. There were 3 common threads during the process that our community, our school, our students, our staff was looking for. And that was someone that can create, enhance a positive school culture and Bulldog pride, ensure effective communication and collaboration, and be committed to Bulldog way. And so those 3 things are on the calendar, they're on the board. There's time for reflection of those and planning. And I just feel so blessed and honored to be standing before you. So again, thank you to all of you. Thank you to the board for your support, your trust in me. I'm just grateful to be living, serving in Batesville. And last but certainly not least, I always get emotional when I talk about my family. But thank you, my wife Sarah. We're both blessed to be living here and working here. We got a lot of Batesville High School from when they took a chance on me in 2013 as the assistant principal. So definitely want to introduce Sydney. She's in 5th grade at BIS, and then our youngest daughter Madison is a 2nd grader at BPS. So just can't do these jobs, without a support system at home. And so I'm just beyond blessed. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Mr. Stone King, if I understood correctly too, there's a group of students at the middle school that thought they were already done with you, and now they'll be freshmen next year.
Yes. Yeah, the 8th graders were my first kindergartners, so hey, here we go again.
Funny how it comes full circle.
And
Yeah.
I do have evidence and pictures of when they smiled and liked me.
Okay.
When they were 5. So I will be reminding them of that. So,
That's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you for the special guests who came to celebrate that with us today. Next on the agenda, we have travel requests. And so those were in your board packet. We're just asking for a motion to approve those travel requests.
Does anyone have any questions about those travel requests? Can I go ahead and seek a motion to approve the travel request?
I'll make that motion.
to approve.
Thank you, Sean. Larry, can you second? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
We're ready for the portion of our meeting where we have our financial report, and I'll turn that over to Mr. Hunter.
The financial report for March was in the board packet and it is on the screen. March is a fairly straightforward month with just 2 payrolls and no irregular expenses that we see out of the operations fund at year end or through the summer when there's a lot going on, buying buses or anything like that. So we can go through pretty quickly. But you can see in the education fund, over the course of the month, we had about $75,000 more in revenue than our expenditures. So that balance climbed to $1,793,362. That is approximately 9.8% of our full year appropriation. So solidly above the target set by the board. No activity in the debt service fund, and with the operations fund, around a little over $500,000 in expenditures. That balance dropped by a little over $400,000, but finished with almost $2.8 million, which is a couple $100,000 more than where we were at last year. So usually we see in May and June our spring tax draws, and we have our cash balance. We're in really good shape, just about as good a shape as we've ever been at this point in the year. Still no activity in rainy day fund. So the total balance across all 4 funds stands at $5,409,381, and that is about a $100,000 increase from the year ago. Any questions on any of those? Then with the construction accounts, we actually did not pay anything in March. So you approved payments today for some work that we had over spring break, but we actually didn't pay anything. And the balances are not accurate either, because especially with the construction, the 2025 bonds, those funds are invested with a trustee and dispersed, and we get paper statements in each of our different bond issues. So if you think back to the past several years that we've had ongoing year after year, we've had some additional debt issued. All of those have multiple accounts, and they stay in effect through the life of the term. So we started receiving some of the statements today, but with this being about as early as our board meeting can fall, that hasn't been updated. So really nothing to report with the construction accounts.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Hammond? At this time, we'll open it up to patron comments. If anyone would like to speak, we ask that the comments stay school related and no employee or student is named specifically. Moving on.
We have 2 field trips that we'll look at, the first of which is our overnight field trip request for our band and choir to go to New York City. And so in your board packet, you received quite a bit of information about the trip, and I want to call attention to the chaperone expectations. It looks like 12 supervisors for the 90 students is what's being planned, and so there was a nice letter that laid out the trip, and you can see there Bob Rogers Travel is going to be used, so it's very well planned. So we're asking for a motion to approve this trip so that we can begin fundraising.
Katie, I'm trying to remember, is this a trip that they annually take where this is just a different destination, or what was kind of like the origin of the New York City trip?
I did ask that question. It looks like they go every few years.
Okay.
So you would probably know more
Well,
about this.
I honestly just didn't remember this one coming up specifically, but I know they've probably gone other places, so.
I know they went to Nashville 2 years ago.
Okay.
They have been to Orlando before too.
Got it.
I'm not sure if that's 4 years ago or not.
Okay.
Great question. It looks like a great opportunity, all the things that they're planning to do.
Any other questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the overnight field trip request to New York.
Thank you, Jeremy. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I think it looks like a great opportunity. I'll second this.
Thank you, Blaine. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Great, thank you. And I know you're used to approving this trip, our 8th grade Washington DC trip. Again, some information was in the board packet, and I want to call attention to the 1 to 10 chaperone ratio. That's always something that I look for, and I know the board does as well. So we're seeking a motion to approve at this time.
Anyone have any questions on the Washington DC trip?
Is this the same group we have used in the past?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I seek a motion to approve the Washington DC trip?
I think Principal Strauss does a great job planning this trip. I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Blaine. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Jeremy. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
It is that time of year when things get very busy in our schools, and so you can see we have, this slide is just our April activities that are coming up. We have a next slide with all our May, and it's even busier, so I want to call attention to Kindergarten Roundup coming up later this week. We have several parent nights and concerts, I know I'll be attending several of those to enjoy really just the culmination of this great school year. So, lots of May. You can see the last student day is May 22nd with graduation following the next day at 11. So lots of exciting things happening.
At this time, if anybody on the board has any comments that they would like to make, I do. This past weekend, we had the prom at BHS. I coordinated the after prom, and I cannot thank my parents that helped me out enough. Businesses that donated, we were able to send the kids out all with some type of gift certificate or a few dollars because we didn't have a money machine, so that was a big hit for the kids. So thank you to everyone that was able to come out and help support that night for the kids.
Great night. Just for the community's knowledge, now that Mr. Stone King is official, we will begin starting our process of finding our next primary school principal. And so again, it'll be a rigorous process looking for the absolute best leader for our youngest students.
Great. Does anyone have anything else?